Greetings and welcome to the Sports Card Ripping Teacher. Congratulations to the Texas Rangers on winning the World Series. It does remind me when in 2016 the Cubs also won the World Series on November 2nd. Now, that's a little bit of a controversy, I guess. Where I live, watching the game, western suburbs of Chicago, it was 11:47 Central Time when the Cubs eventually did win the ball game. But the game was playing in the Eastern Time Zone in Cleveland, and the game actually finished November 3rd at 12:47 Eastern Time. And in the Cubs rings, it actually says November 3rd as being the day of the World Series. I mean, after all those years, who really cares? I am coming at you a little bit later today. I did get the notification that my Prestige Football Mega Box was going to be delivered today. I was hoping maybe at lunchtime it would be there, but then I got the dreaded update. It's now in the hands of the United States Postal Service. So we're going to switch things up here a little bit. I'll do my downtown hunt today. All right, class is in session. Today's lesson is dedicated to number 54, and you're probably thinking this is a Chicago Bears program because of all the Chicago Bears we've been mentioning recently, but it does go out to Brian Urlacher. Now, his brother Casey was a football player for Lake Forest College, who was in the same conference as Knox College where I went. And I think it was either my sophomore or junior year, Knox was playing Lake Forest in Galesburg, and the Bears also had a bye week. So Brian Urlacher and a couple other Bears made the trip to Galesburg, Illinois, and watched Casey play. They kind of rolled in and out of town, saw them at the game. It was pretty cool. He is a pretty, intimidating figure there. But about 4 years later, I was working, I forget what it was called, but the local TV station would have a celebrity golf tournament every year, and it was played over one day. But on the Sunday news, they kind of showed one hole every Sunday during the newscast. So I was working the event, and I was walking from one tee to the next, and at Rich Harvest Farms, it was a longer walk. I forget which hole it was, but it was just me, Brian Urlacher, and his caddy. And, Urlacher really is not that, loud, talkative of a figure. And it was probably about like a 200-yard walk through this kind of like wooded area. And for the first like 150 yards, no one said a single word. It was kind of weird. And I finally said to Brian Urlacher, "So what'd you think of Galesburg, Illinois?" And he just busted out laughing. He was like, "What are you talking about, dude?" He's like, "The silence was killing me. Like, I thought that you hated me or something, like you're a Packer fan." I told him that I was, but then I told him that I went to Knox College and his brother Casey was playing for Lake Forest, and I saw him there at the game. So we had a pretty good laugh. He was definitely like a quiet guy, which is good, but very cool to talk with a little bit there. So that's my personal time with Brian Urlacher. Quite a few years later in the NFC Championship game, Brian Urlacher did intercept Aaron Rodgers, and I was working in the end zone that Brian started running towards. Could have been a touchdown. Could have definitely changed the game, but Aaron Rodgers took the perfect angle to cut him off, kind of tackle him, I guess, but Brian did go down. The Bears did not score a touchdown. The Packers did go on to win the Super Bowl that year. All right, we're switching things up, folks. Tomorrow we're going to do our Fantasy Rip League. Today we're going downtown hunting. If you're new, I'm out of budget, so I can't open all the packs today. I was hoping to spend a little money, in fact. I was watching Certified Football, and it sold out way before the price point that it sold out last year. So, not in the cards today, folks. All right, we got Devonta Smith. Elite Series, Malik Willis. It is not a 2020 rip without getting Malik Willis. I know the Titans are playing today. Kenny Pickett, he's playing today as well. So here's what I was thinking, folks. I know that there are some buys in football this week. Denver, Detroit, Jacksonville 49ers. They're already off the table for the Fantasy Rip League. But tonight, Pittsburgh and the Titans, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Putting on my, my bookmaking hat here, it's got all the makings for like a 17-10 type of game. So I don't think I'm missing out too much by not including the game tonight. That's a sharp Kenny Pickett right there. So that was my thinking. If it was, Kansas City versus Miami, I would definitely want to have tonight's game in. But, a lot of these Thursdays, just not a lot of offense. Watch, I get a Derrick Henry numbered card tomorrow, jersey match, in fact, autographed. That's the way the things go for the good teacher, folks. Johan Dotson, very nice on the pink right there. Chris Olave, it's been pretty quiet of late, but the Saints have been playing better, I feel like. All right, last chance for a downtown here today, folks. We've been going at it now quite some time. We're over. Eli Manning, Travis Kelce, Warren Moon, man. I love the logo of those old Houston Oilers. No downtown, but what did you expect? Tomorrow, we're hoping to open up some prestige football, so class could be a little bit later, maybe a little bit of detention type of class. I don't know. But for now, class is dismissed.